the previous one, Chavei. But yesterday, Rabbi Adelman was sitting here, so he quoted something from the bottom.
Yeah, over here from.
Yeah, and I said I think that the Eigen should. I want to explain what it says on the bottom and has nothing to do with what I said. The question is, I said yesterday that Rosh Chodesh, we're going to hear about Rosh Chodesh.
When you take a film off.
Yeah. So I said that in a lot of shuls, when they lay in, after they lay in, they put back the Sefer Torah.
Before Asher Votzir.
Before Asher Votzir. I said that's not correct. You have to say Asher Votzir and then put back the Sefer Torah. So he read over here something about before Kaddish. So so I want to explain what it says over here. If you look over here, look in Chav Hey, Siman Kuf Ayin Vav.
What page?
The bottom half by the Malam Koimis. Kuf Ayin Hey, Kuf Ayin Vav.
Over here it says, Umasirin. He said that this the din state as a Rosh Chodesh, b'mekayim sh'ayim b'musaf kedusha kesef, cholzen koiden tfilas musaf b'lachash, achay kedusha z'bolatziyim. Now the question is, if the Asher b'olatziyim, we feel that we put on by the Tamsfilm. The Welt doesn't put on a Bernard film, but they start Musaf. When you start Musaf with a Kaddish. The Shaila now is, this is what he's talking about over here. The Shaila is, do you take off your tefillin after the Kaddish before Musaf, or before the Kaddish before Musaf? So it doesn't say here clear Shulchan Aruch. Over here it says that Cholzen
Koiden Tfilas Musaf. It doesn't say before or after Kaddish.
Doesn't say anything about the Kaddish, right? So that's what this footnote over here is about the Kaddish. And he told you as saying, Umesidin hatfilin b'Rosh Chodesh koidem haKaddish.
Right.
V'chein hu be'Eliyah Rabbah v'nishram misper hagimel kadeshim ayidei Kaddish sholem shalach ashir hayom. The says the statement spotum that you should try to say or be present while you're wearing tefillin to hear Kaddish 3 times. Okay, so the question is, where do you have the 3 times? So he's saying that now. So the Welt takes off the tefillin after the Kaddish before Musaf. So in order after the Kaddish before Musaf, so they have a 3rd Kaddish. So he's saying that according to our minig, the Alter Rebbe's minig is that you should say the Shir Shal Yom before.
Because they say it after Aleinu.
So even on Rosh Chodesh.
Right.
So if now if you say it before, so
you have another Kaddish.
Okay.
No, but the Welt doesn't say the Yom.
That's what he says here. Umesirin hatfilin b'Rosh Chodesh koidem haKaddish v'chein hu be'Eliyah Rabbah v'nishram mitzvah hagimel kadeshim ayidei Kaddish yosem shalach ashir shayim u'bochu nafshim. And then he says also that we u'minach Chabad v'niyah gam hatfilin d'Rabbeinu Tam koidem Musaf. Now we have the problem. You took off your tefillin, and you put on a very Tom's tefillin, and then the Chazan goes over to say Yizgado. And what is the Yizgado? Yizgado has to have a hemshech to something. So if you didn't put on Rabbein Tom's tefillin in the middle, so you took off your tefillin, and remember the Chazan goes to say Yizgado.
On
the Musaf. Yeah, but he says, being that is a hefsegodol, So therefore he says that yesh lahanik shashliach tzibah yom ezer mizbah
Right.
lefnei hakadosh shel tefillas musaf. The Mela comes that the Kaddish will be on the tefillah. He said a kapitel Tillim. So Mela can say a Kaddish. That's the pshat over here.
That's what we do, no?
Yeah, the
Well,
guys who are careful.
I don't know if most Chazanim know about that, but
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing Shabbos when the rabbi gives a speech.
Yeah, between Muslims.
Could be
Also,
the same thing.
yeah, for sure.
People feel it that way.
Because they didn't go straight from Ashrei. Yeah. That's why in the big shuls,
And I saw some, but I forgot what it is, some nuns ago, they say you say people feel him, but not the shortest one.
really, it means not the halakha. They say a
No,
mitzvah.
the took so good,
The halakha, the halakha, yeah, not that one. No, but interesting enough, in the shuls, right, where the rabbi speaks, it depends which shul. In a lot of shuls, they don't call you hallelu till after the rabbi speaks.
Some places, but
So then they do your hallelu, and then they say the kaddish.
some places don't do that. They
Yeah.
don't do that, but
In Ashkenaz they don't. Ashkenaz they put the Shabbatos down
so wait.
and they cover. No, they put them down. They cover it up. That's what that cover is for. That extra cover. It covers over the Sefer Torah. The rabbi makes the speech, and then after that they go Yahweh. Still, a lot of places do it the other way around, right? So we don't want the Sefer Torah standing around.
Let's put it away. You sure? They will hold it? They're not doing the thing. They're holding it?
Because they don't. They did the afternoon. Whole Shiloh wasn't. It's a show they do before the Kriya. Yeah, they
Some-
do before that.
some-
But the whole machlokes, what comes first? The Rebbe's
The Rebbe said clear, that first comes Torah.
first comes Torah, but they what was see but they rock to do the other around.
There's no that.
Torah Shabbat. Let me say Torah, first one Torah Shabbat, then Torah
The
Shabbat.
Rebbe last one?
Yeah, it makes sense. But, yeah.
now another thing that I wanted to mention was that in Siman Chav Hey, there's a place where he talks about let's see, where is it? That if you put on tefillin and then you took them off and you had a Hesed Das, so he says a Russian Bezer Gimel Shosh, right?
Yeah, we have that. Yeah. What sif is that?
Had a bigger job this week because you were here. Had a bigger job this week.
It's in Chav
If
Tes.
you look up test, right?
Right.
Okay. So I told you that there's a letter from the Rebbe
Right.
explaining. So I found the letter, and it's a very interesting letter. I made copies, and I want to show the item here. You want to pass it around, if you don't mind? So someone asked the Rebbe the following question.
What's up, Bobby?
He says, if you look at the letter, B'masha Kosav Admor B'shulchan Aruch Chaim, Sim Teflish Lamates, B'neget the Sukkah, the Chayzim V'varech B'Sukkah, Im Le'chazor Le'alta. In other words, if
He didn't
someone
come right back.
was eating in the Sukkah, and then he left, and if he didn't come back, so he says, if he didn't come back right away, Elach Shor Shayim, an hour or two, so then he has to make a bracha. Then he asked him, so why is over here, does it say an hour or two? And why about tefillin does it say 2 or 3 hours? So the Rebbe brings over here that in the Ksais HaShulchan, I showed you a sefer from Chaim Noah, that he asks this question, and the next paragraph, the third paragraph says, "U'Mesayim b'sefer Ksais HaShulchan, the ancient svara l'chal ben tefillin b'sukkah, gam
In Beis,
im Havi zman meruba." Okay, so and Venishal, so he said he doesn't see any reason. So the Rebbe gives a reason why by sukkah it's an hour or two, why by tefillin it's 2 or 3 hours,
and by Talis,
and by talis back over here in Siman Ches. What Siman is Siman Ches? Over here he says that if someone takes up the talis, many times people by a bris, they will ask me, but I taught our water talis in the morning. Should I make a bracha? Do I have to make a bracha on that when I put up? So here is an answer. He says, "A paishet talisa b'shasha paishet data gavza b'gavasha miyad ain't tzarich levar al k'shiyavza b'yal b'sheno miyad." And then he says, "Afilu paishet b'bayis zev v'chayz b'bayis achar lehabi hefset kimish וגם לא הסיר דעתה כלל מגוביש, לכן נפטר בברוך שבירך עליו כשלוב של פעם ראשונה, אבל אם כשפושט לא היה דעתה לעזור בלובר עד לאחר כמה שויס, he doesn't give a cheshbon of 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 other kama shoyes. And then he brings over, the Rebbe brings by, if someone were Moshe, let's say, made a bracha on B'samim, and
how long has to be
how long
gone?
you had to
Before you have to
another
make it
bracha.
again.
So some say that even the one time a day is enough, and some say that as soon as he was Messiah Das, you have to. So why over there? So we see all different shiurim.
Time-wise.
Yeah. So the Rebbe says to say that when you get to sukkah, the ikka inyan sukkah is a chilu b'sukkah. That you should eat in the sukkah. Sukkah, a meal takes an hour. And the Gemara talks about a right laharech b'sudasai. It's a special thing. So the meal so the time of eating is a little more than an hour. Being that it's a little more than an hour, therefore when we talk about hefsek, so it's between an hour and 2 hours. Okay? By davening, he says the time of davening, he brings a zoya, is an hour and a half. And B'mele, it's an hour and a half. So B'mele, the time is hefsek is between 2 and 3. By Reyach is once you don't have any more, you have to make the bracha again. And Talus, he says, you wear longer than davening because you put on the talus before davening, and you take the talus off after davening, and you can even wear it during the day. But so that's why by talus the shears come shores. That's what the Rebbe says over here.
Kilu by sukkah is only because it's a certain time of eating in the sukkah.
Yeah, look up in the bottom part. V'niru yatam. You see over here. V'niru yatam. V'niru yatam. Ki motzinu shir hefsek be'inyan meshel zman inyan zeh. So he says, v'hine b'sukkah, the next line. Ika kviyosa hi achila. That's the main thing. And zmanim b'roiva oilam is a shore. And then he says zman tefillah is nimsha. No. So on the next part, said hine zman suda al derech harogu yeshem shu shor achas usmach divrei gemara the Suda Aleph is a short, it tells you different hours who eats. So it comes to, so that's why the shir is from, and there's the Indian of Mayrich B'Sudasa. So that's what gives the shir between an hour and 2 hours. Tefillin, he says, is one tefillin is an hour and a half. So he goes between 2 and 3. And Reich, he says, is right away. You don't have it anymore. Okay. Just wanted to mention these things. See how the Rebbe was medayik every word in. Okay, take it. Okay. Let's learn something. We're up to. We finished Chafei.
Yeah.
So we're starting now Chavav. Okay, Chavav is din mi she'engai ela tefillin echad. If someone only has a shayad or a sharash, so what does he do?
This thing never could happen. A lot of soldiers had to stall.
Not talking about the person himself.
No, we're not
having a
talking
hand.
about. We're not talking about the person. We're talking about a person that only has a. He doesn't have the other got lost.
Okay, if someone doesn't have a hand, so he goes.
That's a
another
different
question,
shayla. That's a different shayla. That we'll learn about. No, he's right, but that's a different shayla which we'll learn about later.
Right now he's talking about the person. How many tefillin you have? Yeah.
So he says, "Im ein le'el tefillah achas, ben shehi shayad, ben shehi sharash, meniach oisa sheyesh lo." You put on what you have, u'mevarach aleha, and you make a bracha. Mipnei shekol echad mitzvah b'fnei atzman, ve'ein imak v'zu azu. In other words, we don't say that if you don't have shayad, you can't wear sharash. You can wear each one separately. V'hu adin, im yesh lo shteyim, elo sheyesh lo shum oinus, she'ein yochel niach rak achad, mehem, meniach oisa sheyochel barach alev. You say, even if you have both, so you say he has both, there's no excuse anymore. But if for some reason you can't put it on, so you only. Hamash yungotzes b'derech im shayora. Somebody is, let's say, has a flight. Shayora means a caravan. They used to have the Balagola had his wagon, and you would book a seat with the Balagola. It's the same thing. So don't use the word caravan. Use the word a flight. So he says, "Amashka." Someone gets up early. Lots of b'deim shayora, ve'eina shayora, mamtenas olov. The flight is not going to wait for you. If you're not going to be there, they're going to leave. Ve'eini yochli sakif k'dei l'niach at tefillin shel yad. So it may niach tefillin shel rosh. Levad, because tefillin shel yad takes longer to put on than tefillin shel rosh. She'ein ba'nachosai she'us. This doesn't. I'm saying it doesn't take time. And to put on the shorosh doesn't take time. The shayad, you have to tighten the cashing, you have to make the all the tzuas. Shem b'shor shia kokach. B'med dvarim amurim kishehoyse yochel laniach achakach gam shayad. In other words, later on he'll put on the shayad. Abram lo yeh yochel achakach laniach shayad. Is going to be traveling, and it's sarach laniach achshur kaidam halichosim mibeisem tefillin shayad. Tefillin shorash, the mishum icha da'akai lo yiniachai lo yitirulai levato mitzvahs tefillin. So if you know that you get up here, if you know that you can miss your flight, so he said, "Come to miss the flight and put on tefillin." As they come to us over here.
Somewhere it says that even if it's early in the time, it's even dark still, and still nighttime.
It's a different thing. No, because Zayda din is Mashiach. Mashiach is after Alois HaShachar. So the din is that you can do from Alois HaShachar.
I know in the airport in the United States over there with the Ilum of time, people sometimes they go, they're not going to put on tefillin otherwise, even if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they have he has over there Maramokim, not from Mount Rebbe, I think from the Big Shulchan, that says that you could put on tefillin even now, even though.
Now, till now, before, right in the beginning, he said that if you only have one shalosh, but the question, what bracha do you make?
Right.
So that's what we're going to explain now. Im eine manier on tefillin shalosh levad, if he's only putting on tefillin shalosh, is mevarech aleh beis brachos v'aniach tefillin v'al mitzvahs tefillin. K'moshe Esbar hatam b'siman chofhei. And im eine manier ela tefillin shal yad bavad, if he's only putting on the shal yad, not the shalosh, eine mevarech ela laniach tefillin bavad, then you make the bracha that you make on the shal yad. V'yesh shaimim shafilu eine manier ela tefillin shalosh bavad, eine mevarech ela mitzvahs tefillin, because that's the bracha really
To set up for that.
you make. Kvanis baya b'siman chofhei, haminig be'elu haratzah, kisvara harishonim.
You make both.
That means that's still not our minute. That the minute is that they make 2 brachas when they
Only
put
on
on the
the
shorosh. So but our minute is that we don't make a bracha when we put on the shorosh. So if you have only a shorosh, you'd only make 1 bracha. You'd only make a mitzvah tefillin, not lo niach. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.